Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ahmed, and thank you so much, Toastmaster Ibrahim. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. If I ask you, do you know anyone who knows everything? What would be your answer? Obviously, no one knows everything. But when I was a child, I believed that my father knows everything. He knows in politics, he knows in medicine, he knows in history, he knows when I was lying, he knows when I was saying the truth. I remember one time we were in a market and we met this guy. My father asked him, "Are you belong to this family?" Surprisingly, the guy said yes. Not only this, but my father started to tell him about his father, about his uncle who divorced 3 times, about his brother who was injured in a car accident. At that time, I thought my father was working for secret intelligence. But days after days, years after years, I grew up. And I went to my father and I told him, "Father, can you help me with this English homework?" He told me, "Oh, son, I'm sorry. I don't speak English." At that time, I realized that my father doesn't know everything. This is one side of the problems. The other side of the problems that I have to go to my brother, who was, by the way, one of KFUPM students. And I know he will humiliate me. So I went to him and I asked him, "Brother, can you help me with this homework?" He told me, I will solve the homework for you in one condition. If you tell me what is the spelling of abbreviation." And I know that abbreviation was the first word in KFUPM vocabulary book. So at that time, there was no Google, there was no, so I have to go to dictionary and I opened the pages until I found another word. And I tried to destroy my brother's ego. I went to him and I told him, "Do you know how to spell atherosclerosis?" He looked at me and laughed. He said, "I know how to spell it, but I won't." So at that time, I went to my brother and I want to destroy his ego because he thinks that he knows everything. So I went to him and I told him, "Do you know how to spell atherosclerosis?" He looked at me and said, "Yes, I know how to spell it, but I won't tell you." But inside me, I know that he knows. I know that he knows nothing. Days after days, years after years, I grow up and I have self-confidence that I have know everything. I know how to spell atherosclerosis. So I had the opportunity to visit United States. And I thought with my skills, I can speak with any Native American. But I feel very disappointed that no one there knows how can I speak. When I went to a restaurant and I asked him a simple question, I ordered 1 cup of water. The waitress over there told me, "Pardon, what do you want?" I asked her, "I want only 1 cup of water." She said, "I'm sorry, I cannot understand you." Later on, she realized that I meant, "I want a cup of water." I came back from United States and I realized that I don't know anything. being through history, like me, they are thinking that they know everything. When a human being discovered fire, they thought they owned the universe. But later on, they create their civilization. They built their own cultures. And they thought they know everything. But every time they look at the sky, every time they look at the moon, they will discover that they know nothing. Because every time they look at the moon, they will saw one side of the moon, where the other side of the moon are hidden from them. Days after days, years after years, we Newtons came up with Newton's laws. We used them to discover the other side of the moon. But Einstein came and destroyed all these rules. And he brought a new concepts of gravity.
Okay, Toastmaster. Again, we have